Hello, my babies, and welcome to this week's episode of Meaty Talk. I'm your host, Genewa Stanwyck. On this week's episode, we have the 5th contestant eliminated from Drag Survivor. He makes me want a hot dog real bad. Please welcome the one and only Mr. Virtual Boi. What should I call you? Should I call you Virtual, Mr. Boi, or Virtual Boi, or
Virtual
just
Boi's
BB?
fine.
It's kind of like BD, but a little sexier.
Virtual Boi's fine.
Virtual Boi. Well, Virtual Boi, welcome to the Meaty Talk. What did you think of your experience in Drag Survivor all around?
I felt it was very challenging, but in a good way. I grew a lot, and I feel I learned a lot more about myself, about my drag through it, that I wouldn't have otherwise.
Tell me one thing that you learned about yourself.
I just learning what I can and can't do. I would say like Widow's Week was probably my hardest week. I was trying too much to be a dancing superstar like she is, and I am nowhere near that in movement. So I think that's a good realization to have.
Well, Virtual Boi, that's a great answer, but your answer should have been that looking at my tits, you think it's a whole lot sexier now that you've next to me and that you've learned that.
Yes, I've absolutely.
Yeah, whatever. So, if you could change anything about your experience, what would you change?
Trying to be something I'm not. I would have focused more on like what I can do within my drag with each challenge instead of trying to be someone else.
I've loved every single one of your looks. You're a fantastic entertainer. You're still young and you're still growing, but you're fantastic. Who are your favorites that are left in the competition?
I think Jordan Fetal is like the weirdo underdog of
Wait,
the
who's
season.
Jordan Fetal?
Nora Demented.
Oh, Nora Demented. Oh.
Nora Demented is one of my favorites because she's
I think Nora, you are fantastic.
so kooky, so weird, and every week her looks are always just very well put together.
Who do you think is the dark horse in the competition? Who do you think is going to take everything?
I
Beyond
think,
beyond there are two names that get thrown out all the time. Beyond those two names, who do you think is the dark horse that's left?
I'd say Mia Moore. I think she's very new to kind of this scene, and every week she turns out a look and can really move and
She's
knows
doing
herself.
some crazy things, girl. During Halloween week, if you missed it, she got covered in blood, and it was insane. Out of all of the upcoming challenges, what was the one that you were looking most forward to?
Rock and Roll Week.
What would you have done?
I have a protest piece I've been waiting to do, kind of about the current climate we're in, and so I think it would have been a good opportunity to kind of give my voice on kind of different matters on top of my drag that I haven't really brought in before.
That's great. It's always great to be a little political and actually stand up for what you believe in. Where can we find you?
At virtualboi.exe on Instagram.
And let me tell you, it's real sexy, y'all. Go and watch all of the videos. It is great. Do you have any advice for any of the contestants that are still in the competition?
Look at each theme as in where does it fit in your wheelhouse, not trying to overstretch yourself too much.
Being a young entertainer, with everything that you've learned, what advice would you give to young entertainers?
I would say take every opportunity to perform you can. Every time you do, even if you don't make money, even if you screw up, that's a time to practice. And I firmly believe once you get confident with yourself on stage, then that's where you can really grow and start exploring more.
And on top of that, my advice would be, it is never about money. You should always do it for the performance aspect. The money will come second. And go out and have fun and take some advice from this one. He is doing a lot of wild and crazy things, and you look great doing it, and you're so outside of the box that I love it. I love it. That concludes our episode of the Meaty Talk. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all at Whore of 84. Be sure to find us down below as well, Hamburger Marys Kansas City and Mystical Dreams Productions. Don't forget to push that bell icon and stay tuned for everything that is happening here with Mystical Dreams Productions. Thank you for tuning in to this week of Meaty Talk. I'll see you next week, y'all. Bye-bye, my babies. Bend and snap. Bend and snap. Bend and snap. Snap and bend. Oh wait, you only want me to do this now.